so much for tuning into this video. If you're new here, my name is Tandy, and today we're going to talk about contouring and highlighting. It's really simple, you guys. This is a simple kind of beat. If you are into makeup, you definitely can achieve this look. If you like this makeup look and you want to know how to contour and highlight as the title says, then stay tuned. You guys see I have my eyebrows on, of course, as well. There is an eyebrow tutorial already on my channel. I used a cream product, so definitely check out that video. I show you guys how to use pencil and cream. I'll leave a card up here so that you guys can see. I have my face primed, foundation set. First and foremost, I start with my under eye area, and I'm actually going to be using a couple new products in this video. For concealer, aka the highlight portion, I am actually going to be using this Maybelline Age Rewind Dark Circle Concealer. And as a general rule, you want to go, depending on how bright you want your under eye and highlight to be, you kind of want to go 2 to 3 shades lighter than your complexion. This shade is the neutralizing shade. With this concealer, you just kind of click it to kind of get the product out. I always go down. Yeah, that's really bright. I always make a triangle, but I go kind of outwards. I don't really go in, because when you go this way with your concealer, I feel like you're kind of messing up your foundation. Make sure I get in the inner corner. I'm gonna do the same thing, get a little bit more product. Gonna do the same thing on the other side. I've actually heard kind of mixed reviews about this concealer. I hear some people say they love it. I hear some people say that they hate it. I hear some people say they didn't make enough shades, although they did just launch a whole bunch of new shades. I don't know. So far I like the formulation of it. Like, I feel like it's very creamy. We'll see how everything blends afterward. And also, I like to go in my forehead area. I go in a little bit on my lip. This part is really optional. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. But I definitely always put some on my forehead and my chin here. I need to get a makeup sponge because all of my beauty blenders are dirty. I really seriously need to clean my brushes, you guys. I'm going to go in with a damp sponge. I keep a little bottle of water with me all the time at my little beauty station. I'm gonna start blending the chin, the lip, and the forehead, because the longer you let your concealer set, the more staying power, so to speak, it'll have. This concealer is blending out well on top of my foundation. I am pleased with that. It's actually not that bad of a color. Like, I'm not mad at it. Shout out to you, Maybelline. Now I'm going to go in under my eyes and kind of blend. And I'm just using light patting motions. What kind of concealers do you guys like to use? Are you guys into more drugstore concealers, or are you into more high-end? Let me know in the comments. I had an issue where I needed some concealer ASAP. It was middle of the night, I was going out, but my Shape Tape had ran out. Oh my gosh, it was so annoying. So I had to run to the drugstore, and it was at that point that I just grabbed one and hoped for the best. But I also realized that, hey, you know, gotta stay up on these drugstore brands, because you just never know what might happen. Drugstore makeup has really come a long way. I mean, personally, I've only been into makeup since I was like 20, but I've seen the difference, okay? Now that the highlighted areas are blended out, don't you guys see that I look a little bit more like refreshed, awake? That's the look that we were going for. Whenever you apply cream products, you always want to make sure that you set. So for setting my applied highlighted areas, I am going to use, I don't know what I'm going to use, let's see. I think I'm going to use this. This is another drugstore product. Since we're talking about drugstore makeup, let's just make this like a total drugstore friendly tutorial. Is that cool? I'm going to use this Airspun translucent powder, and this is the translucent extra coverage powder. Set my eye first, because that's the area that I want to soak up the oils the most. I know this powder looks white, but you guys, trust me, it'll all come together. Like, you gotta just trust the process with makeup. Only thing I will say about this powder though is that this powder has a very strong perfume scent. It doesn't break me out though, because y'all know I got sensitive skin, but it does not break me out, which I'm fortunate of. I wish they would come out with something that wasn't so strongly scented, but it is what it is. It's going on the chin, upper lip area, and I'm also going to do my smile line. I'm gonna dust on my chin area. Okay, dusted off that lip area too. Now, while all of that is really baking, I'm going to start contouring my face. And to contour, I actually got, this little thing is so cute. I got it in my Ipsy bag this month. This is the Take Home the Bronze Bronzer by Balm Cosmetics. I really like warm tone bronzers. You can use a bronzer to contour. I kind of want to stress that too. It doesn't matter which product you use. It's just a darker shade that is going to use to enhance your bone structure. Elf bronzing brush. Dip all up in that. Get a swirly on. Never start all the way down here. You want to start kind of halfway and just swirl. I feel like that really deposits the color, but just kind of swirly, 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 swirl. The key to contouring is really the blending, because you don't want to be that girl. Nobody wants to be that girl. You see that? Like, I like that shade. Then you also want to get on your forehead, because this is going to minimize the forehead. Y'all see how big my dome is. So this forehead is about to be snatched, okay? You just wait on it. Messing up my edges a little bit, but it's okay. At least y'all know they're there. We're gonna go down here and get underneath that chin. Snatch that jawline, okay? I really like to work in circular motions because I feel like that gives me the best blend. Especially with this kind of brush, because this brush is really fluffy. You don't want to go above the jawline. You want to kind of stay underneath it. Y'all see how this is coming together? I'm not mad at it. I'm just going to speed through and do the other side. I'm not really going to say much. You guys can watch. Five head wear. Try again. Now we're gonna get into the nose, and I am using a Luxie Beauty medium angle shading brush. And I really like this brush because, as you can see, it's kind of angled. It's really good for getting a precise kind of line and shading on the nose. I just go down my nose like this. And the more further in you go with your nose, like the more snatched it's gonna be. The sides of your nose. Really kind of bring all of that together. And then I kind of go in around my eye just to kind of bring the whole look together. And now this is taking a long time because I'm explaining it to you guys, but I promise you guys, like, this does not take that long at all. And then just go back in with that contour brush and kind of buff everything out. That nose is snatched. Now I'm going to dust off that baking setting powder. Remember how I told you guys that I'm going to show you a trick to kind of give you that real kind of snatched look? Going back in with that air spun powder. Whoop, just like that. You can do it on the other side. Really make sure it's all even. Like, you see how looking forward, I got that kind of lifted look. That's why I kind of go in at an angle up here and then kind of like that. And blending it up. So kind of working it into that contour. And you see that? Like, instantly you got that snatched look. Do the same thing to the other side. Looking good. Hi. And I just kind of blend everything a little bit more. I'm just gonna use this Gellar Baked Blush, and this is in Tropic Hues. I'm gonna use a fluffy brush by Sonia Kashuk. Swirl, tap, And I always make this face, like I make so many faces whenever I do my makeup, but it helps with the process. So I go like this, just to kind of define my cheekbones a little bit more so I know where to place the product. I guess my Laura Gellar blush isn't really drugstore friendly, but I mean, it came in my BoxyCharm box, which is only $21 a month. Oh, for highlight, I am using this Wet n Wild, you guys know, like, it's beloved, and this is in Precious Petals. Oh, you thought this brush was gonna be clean? It's not. Look at that highlight. You want to make sure that you start like about, again, halfway and just kind of work it, blend everything together. Well, it's okay, like this is like really highlighted right there because we're gonna blend everything anyway. Go on top of that lip, chin, I put a little bit up here, and some on my nose, the tip of my nose, and this middle area, and really blending that highlight so it looks melted into the skin. Okay, you guys, that is going to wrap up this video. I went ahead and applied some inner corner highlight here using the same highlighter that I use on my face by Wet n Wild, and I also use my new mascara that came in my BoxyCharm box by It Cosmetics. It's their Superhero Mascara. I just put it on my top and bottom lashes. And I also use my lip bar lip gloss in Baddie. You guys definitely make sure that you check out your local Target and support Black owned businesses. These lip products are bomb. Plus, look at this packaging. Like, let me know, what are your favorite contour and highlighting products? Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions or if you were a little bit, I guess, confused. Let's talk makeup. Let's help one another, you know, by uplifting and sharing little tips and tricks. If you found this video helpful, share it with your friends. Give it a thumbs up. Yeah, hope to see you guys in my next video.